getting him to the right spots on the floor, and he's obviously finishing plays in the paint, making some timely, baskets. We got to look at the film to figure out where our rotations are and things like that, but he's doing his job.
Michelle Steele, ESPN, Steph over here on your left. Obviously a very frustrating night for you, but how would you describe your energy level in tonight's game?
Thought it was better than last game, but obviously not enough. In the second half, we did a good job of fighting back, keeping it somewhat close, and giving ourselves a chance to start the fourth quarter. But we allowed them to get their momentum back and keep their crowd in it. And they made some timely baskets, and just a tough night. So this is a tough situation to be in, but the series isn't over. And in our locker room, it's obviously frustration. Trying to figure out how we can get back to being ourselves, and we have an opportunity to do that on Thursday. So, excited about that.
Monty Poole, CSN Bay Area. Steph, you guys have been really good at self-correcting over the course of this year. You had no back-to-back losses until tonight. All the things you guys talked about coming into this game, what were you not able to correct, and how much of it was what they were doing that kept you from correcting things?
I think it was turnovers in the second quarter that once again stalled our offense and then fueled their transition. And there's that 3-minute stretch in the second quarter where it's close, and then you look up and it's a double-digit deficit. So a lot of that was on me, not controlling the situation well. Obviously, I want to make more shots, but more than that, being patient on the offensive end. I'll be better and understand the moment in those situations where the momentum can swing it either way, and the last two games has gotten away from us. A lot of that falls on my shoulders and playing better.
Ron Krejcik from the San Francisco Chronicle. Physically, how did you feel tonight? Better than the other day? Still hampered at all by your injuries, or was that a factor at all?
I'm fine.
Diamond Leon Barry News Group, Steph, a lot of missed shots, deflections off passes. How much of that was OKC's defense, and how much of that was you put it on yourself a little bit as well? And I think Steve maybe called out one of the early shots as well.
Our shot selection was pretty good today. Just missed some, especially early, including myself. I had a terrible start to the game, and shots that I normally make got to the paint, missed some layups. And it just wasn't my night to start. Obviously, with Clay in foul trouble, he got going in the second half and kept us in it and really gave us a spark. But all that is, they had a certain game plan. We know what they're good at, using their athleticism and their length, and a couple bad decisions and a little bit of impatience. That's pretty much it. So once again, I'll be better.
Phil Barber, Santa Rosa Press Democrat. You mentioned some of the missed layups you had more than we're accustomed to seeing. Was that just you having an off night, or how much of that had to do with their length inside?
No, I just missed them. I didn't have to really alter my shot much. I got around the bigs, got in the paint, slipped off my hand the wrong way, and missed them. It's a terrible night to have that happen. And at the end of the day, those are shots that I'm confident taking, and I was able to get to the right spots on the floor. I just got to finish.
Yes, OKC. Steph, do you believe that the assignment of guarding Russell Westbrook has affected you on your offensive end?
No. I just got to play better.
Barry Trammell with the Oklahoma Steph. Rough night for Draymond. He didn't play well early. Several careless turnovers. You think he was affected by the events of the last 2 days? And what do you need to do to get him going?
He's a very mentally strong guy. I'm sure it was a stressful 48 hours for him, not knowing what the decision is going to be, and then dealing with those emotions coming into tonight. And trying to help our team win. He talked to some of the guys in the locker room afterwards about how he was feeling and what you don't need to worry about him going into the next game, and he's gonna figure it out. That kind of goes for everybody in the locker room. We all individually need to step it up. There's no other option right now. So, I believe in every single one of these guys in the locker room that we can figure it out, and the time is now to do it.
KFOR TV, Oklahoma City, kind of following up that answer. You haven't had a lot of adversity the last couple of seasons. You're down 3-1 here, backs against the wall. What's your feeling about how your team responds from here on out?
We had a little bit last year, down 2-1 twice in the playoffs and won 3 in a row both times. Obviously tonight was that moment where we could have gained control of the series back. We let it slip. They came out and played well and did what they're supposed to do. Series isn't over though. Long way to go. We obviously know what we need to do, but it starts on Thursday. You got to protect home court and then figure out how you win in this building. You can't get to Game 6 obviously without figuring out how we're going to protect home court and bring our A+ game, because nothing else will get it done.
And you mentioned the messages that Draymond was giving your teammates. Is there anything in particular after the game that you were telling them?
Series isn't over. We gotta believe in ourselves. It's obviously frustration. It's a terrible feeling. Once again, not stepping up and being ourselves and playing our game. But I think we're a special team that this isn't how we're going to go out. So we're going to figure out, how we can take care of these next 48 minutes on Thursday, and then we'll talk again.